maybe he's not
I
there yet.
see Jonathan says joined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you guys doing?
Okay. So what
All
was
right.
the delay? You had to do something?
Oh yeah, family dinner.
Oh, okay.
We had
I
dinner. It was going on. It was like almost 20 after 6.
yeah.
So, and then the reason why I'm late now is I was grabbing some drinks,
Oh.
and I encourage snacking.
Oh, okay.
But
You
I was
know
having
what? If I drink, I might end up going to the bathroom.
so then I was having a little technical difficulty because when I was getting this set up, for some reason it wasn't registering my microphone, so I had to play around with that for a little bit.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Oh,
Your
okay.
mom's not joining us?
She might drop in.
Yeah.
Well, I
So,
had the chance to play around with this, so I think I'll be able to play when I play videos and stuff. I'll be able to listen in too while it's playing. So that's fun.
that's good.
Yeah. So I
So,
figured before we get started, maybe we could open up in prayer.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
all right.
Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for bringing us all here together for another meeting. Please bless this time that we have together, a time where we can share information and ideas with each other and to bring to light um, things to help open our eyes to what's going on, not to bring fear, but to bring wisdom and preparedness. And I ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Because that's really that's the whole reason why I wanted to create this group. Because I know people tend to go into panic mode and they freak out. But the
Nah,
bottom
I'm not. I'm not panicked at all.
well,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, I mean, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah. Regardless, what you know.
There's
Yeah.
no sense in just like putting your hands on your ears and humming,
Yeah. Yeah.
or sticking your head in the sand, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop anything.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's gonna go on, whether we like it or not.
Now, I didn't get all too many videos, but I thought to myself though earlier today and yesterday, well, maybe I did too much yesterday, last week anyways. I I just like I don't know, I was very distracted this week with everything going on.
Well, you had
The
your own personal stuff going on too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But let me see if I can do this. I'm pulling up this I'm pulling up this post. Can you guys see this?
Yes,
Yeah.
very clear.
Okay. I'm just asking because this is new to me, so I just wanted to make sure. So I came across this Facebook post and I thought it was interesting. It says, "Are thoughts that aren't yours being put into your head?" And in the article, in this post, it says, I dug into mRNA vaccines, brain barriers, toxins, and wireless signals. Here's the chain I can't unsee. I dug into the studies, the patents, the regulatory filings, the peer-reviewed papers most people never read. What I found wasn't one headline or one moment. It was a pattern. Multiple systems advancing at the same time, lining up in ways that raise bigger questions than anyone seems willing to ask out loud. Here's how the chain lays out. First, the delivery system already exists. mRNA vaccines use lipid nanoparticles, engineered carriers designed to deliver genetic instructions into human cells. Canada played a major role in developing that technology. Billions of doses went into arms around the world using that exact system. These particles are not theoretical, they are already inside the human body at scale. At the same time, the same scientific field has pushed further. Researchers have built experimental lipid nanoparticles that can cross the blood brain barrier. These are designed with specific lipids and targeting molecules to move past the brain's natural defenses and deliver payloads directly into brain tissue. So now you have a delivery system and a proven path to the brain. Next piece. The brain itself is not a sealed environment. The pineal gland sits deep in the center of the brain, highly vascular, directly exposed to blood flow. It regulates sleep, hormones, circadian rhythm. It is also known to accumulate certain compounds over time, including fluoride. That has been studied for years. It is small, sensitive, and biologically active. Now layer in the environment every person is living in: glyphosate in the food supply, fluoride in drinking water, aluminum from multiple environmental and industrial sources. These are constant exposures. They interact with the body over years, not days. Studies have linked them to inflammation, oxidative stress, and neurological effects under certain conditions. There are also hypotheses that combinations of these substances can amplify those effects, particularly in areas like the pineal and midbrain. So now the internal environment of the brain is not static, it is being shaped continuously. Then comes the final piece: wireless signals, Wi Fi, 5G, the infrastructure that surrounds modern life operating 24/7. These are radio frequency electromagnetic fields interacting with the human body every day. Separate from vaccines, scientists have already developed engineered particles that can respond to external electromagnetic or magnetic fields and influence neural activity in controlled experiments. So lay the chain out clearly. You have a sophisticated delivery system already used at global scale to break the brain barrier. You have a biologically sensitive structure in the brain that interacts with the bloodstream. You have long term environmental exposures affecting that internal environment. And you have constant external signals interacting with the body from the outside. Put those pieces side by side, and one question keeps coming back: are these systems completely separate, or are we looking at overlapping technologies and exposures that could interact in ways people are not paying attention to? So, is someone secretly beaming thoughts into your brain? How much of what you think is truly your own, and how much of it has been shaped, nudged, or guided by everything you're exposed to every single day? I know that was a mouthful, but I wanted to read that entire blurb because I thought that was interesting.
So you said
Yeah.
you found this on Facebook, this
Yes,
article? Oh,
yes, this was a Facebook post.
oh, okay.
Well, I do believe that they can do that. Remember, we were talking about that last week about the voice to skull technology that
Oh
they have.
yeah, that's right.
And
And that made me think of that when I came across this post, because this was one of the first things that I saved for this meeting. So it was earlier on this week that I discovered this. So it wasn't long after that last meeting that I saw this, and I thought about what you were saying. And yeah, I completely. Uh, I don't think it's a coincidence at all. I think these technologies very much are overlapping each other,
mm,
and they do that in a way where hoping that you're not going to put the pieces together.
yeah, because even the things that we're influenced every day, we're influenced by what they put. Like if you're watching TV with the commercials, these talk shows that are
Right.
out there,
Yeah.
everybody's talking.
Yeah.
Like I had the TV on. I haven't had the TV on for a while, right? So today I just put on to see what the weather was going to be, which I may look on my phone anyway. And I'm like, all they do is talk. I mean, it's because now I see things so much different. than I used to see them.
Yeah.
And I mute them. I mute their voices.
Yeah, they're always creating noise. They're putting noise in our heads.
Yeah.
And not only that, but have you ever like had I get these days frequently where I just feel like crap
Yes, I do get
without
those days.
without explanation.
Or very tired.
Like almost like a feeling like almost like a hangover type feeling, like you feel like, and
Yeah.
I'm talking about like a day after like I wake up with enough sleep. I didn't have any alcohol the night before or anything like that. But I feel like run down.
Yes. A lot of people, not only here in the United States, everywhere.
Yeah.
I was watching a YouTube video with Chicky. She watches like these travel videos
Hmm.
where these couples go to different countries. They'll tell you like how much things cost, and they go to see like the attractions. I mean, I enjoy watching them, but I noticed when I was watching it, my eyes went straight to the skies,
Mm,
like they're doing in this country too. So it's like everywhere.
yeah.
It's like you can't even escape it.
No, it's everywhere. It's in the skies. You're breathing it in. It's falling on your skin.
Yeah,
It's on your clothes. It's on the food.
Yeah.
It's in the water because it's when it rains it goes into the ground. So it's like I don't want to say it's I don't want to go as far to say it as that it's as bad as getting the vaccine, but it probably is close to it
probably
because
is.
whatever they're putting in the
I don't mean
whatever
to,
they
inter- I don't mean to interrupt you, but I can't see any of you. Is that no? Is that supposed to be like that?
Oh yeah, because I have hang on. I have the screen share on right now.
Okay.
What you're saying is because even like when I go food shopping,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I read all the ingredients and I try to get as clean as possible.
Right. I try to get it like organic, but even organic is not even safe anymore either. You
And
know.
there's things like different wordings that they put in there that you wouldn't think, oh, this is
Yeah.
not good for us. But
Yeah.
since I know now these words, I see something, I put it back. I'm
You
like,
know,
no,
I saw a video about apples. They say they have stickers on these apples that if it's a 9, that means it's good to buy. If it starts with a 4, that means it's embedded with pesticides. And if it's like, I forget what the other number is, that they said don't buy it at all. They even put it on labels and like even avocados and like apples and stuff like that. Like they tell you like what's good to get, what's not, you know.
But here's the thing though. See,
Yeah.
even if the stuff is quote unquote organic, like they
It's
don't
not
put
even
any
safe anyway.
or they
Yeah,
don't like say they don't put spray it with any pesticides or anything,
yeah,
even still, it's still growing in the ground that was rained on with contaminated water.
yeah,
yeah,
From the crap that they're putting in the skies and stuff. So
yeah,
like the food is still contaminated.
yeah.
We all live on the same earth and
Right.
we're all getting rained on with this
Yeah.
crap.
I remember you made a post, I think it was last week. I think Saturday when it rained. You said something about the rain and everything. It's not clear and everything.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
I was that Saturday?
Yeah, it rained Saturday. Yeah,
I was probably on the highway and I more than once. Now this is normal like when it first starts raining. Uh I'll run the wipers and then I have to like run windshield washer fluid because there's like it's like all messy from being dry with dirt.
yeah.
But periodically for a while, multiple times, I had to run the windshield washer fluid because it was almost like a film that was like getting spread across the windshield. I'm like, what the
Oh,
heck? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I made a Facebook post about it. I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
I
yeah,
remember you posting that. Yeah,
yeah, this is completely normal. Nothing to see here. Nothing to be concerned about.
right, right. But that's been going on for like years already, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah, we have had weird rain since 2023 that I've noticed at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Ever since
Mhm.
the Ohio train derailment, we have not had normal rain.
Normal rain, yeah.
And even like those, like when they have like the days was like just like a mist.
Hmm.
It doesn't even look normal.
No, the
Yeah.
Because
fog.
I'll see it. Like I won't see it, but if I look into the street light,
Yep.
I could see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because it actually wasn't all that long ago that I was leaving for work and I leave in the middle of the night, so it's dark out. And as I'm sitting in my car warming up, I noticed that in the street lamp I could see like the fog moving, and I see the particles moving in the fog. Like
Yeah.
Yes,
that's not normal fog. N-
yes,
Normal
exactly.
fog is just supposed to be like a cloud.
Yeah.
That's all fog is.
Yeah.
So the fact that there's particles swirling around there,
Jonathan, I hear voices. Like, what is that?
oh
Oh,
yeah,
Patty
yeah,
gone.
yeah, Mom, we're picking up the TV.
Okay, let me just see. I'll put you guys on. I'll put myself on mute.
Okay.
It didn't work.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we were picking up the TV before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, so
so
you were saying about the particles. That's not normal fog.
yeah, and that's not the first time that happened. I remember this is probably going back 3 or 4 years ago now. Uh Jimmy sent me a video that he recorded outside the back of his house at his old house. He showed me this weird fog outside of his house, and there was these weird particles swirling around in it. He's like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah. Even the winter, like the blizzards that we had, this past winter, even though the snow wasn't even normal either. You
No.
noticed that? I think it was one blizzard and everything. I remember seeing something on Instagram, like a reel. Somebody got a lighter and everything, and took a lighter and actually lit the snow,
Yep.
and it didn't even melt. It turned black.
Jimmy said he did that too. He lives in
Yeah,
Copley. He lives in Copley, PA, and he took a snowball and he took a lighter to it. It burned.
yeah,
Before anybody says like, "Oh, well, it's been disproved." Well, people tried disproving it with science, saying that because of the temperature, it's burning because it's skipping a process in the conversion of the chemical for the form of the chemical.
yeah.
But I tried doing it myself because
Did it
Jim,
work?
no,
Uh,
no, Jimmy said, now we live about 30 miles apart from each other, but Jimmy said, out here, I'm burning the snow. So I was like, well, let me try it because I'm out there shoveling and stuff. So
right.
I take a handful of snow, I try to pack it into a snowball, and then I take a lighter to it, and it just melts.
Yeah.
It wasn't burning.
But with him, it burns. Like,
Right. So I'm
yeah,
not I'm not buying the scientific explanation that people are saying
yeah.
that, oh, that's normal, it'll burn.
That
Like,
that wasn't normal snow that we had. Yeah,
no.
Yeah,
It's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you remember, I had posted on Facebook that when we had the blizzard right here in Staten
yeah,
Island,
yeah,
I was walking Roxy, and this was at night, and I could see a light glowing underneath the snow.
Hmm.
And I
really,
touched it. I just went to touch it to see what it was,
Yeah.
yeah,
and then it wasn't there anymore.
really.
I was like, wow, that's weird. I never
That's
saw that
strange.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it didn't. It looked, and not only that, it took so long just for it to melt too. I thought that was even strange too. You know.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, the rain has not been normal in a long time.
Yeah.
We can just assume that the same is going to be for the snow.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't advise anyone eating it.
No,
Eating the
I
snow or
wouldn't make your kids go out and play in the snow either. You
yeah.
know?
You see, like the weather today, the guy is saying like we're gonna have a cool down. Then Tuesday it's gonna be almost 80, and then after Tuesday it's gonna get cold again. That's not normal.
Yeah.
No. I had this, I don't know why. It's just a thought that came into my head about a week or two ago. I just get this gut feeling. I'm not saying I'm a prophet or anything, but I just had this weird feeling that June is going to be a cold month.
You think so? Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just that with the way they've been messing with the weather lately,
Yeah.
like we're supposed to, this past month, because now we're in May, this past month, we were supposed to get a lot of rain, and they've been
Right.
messing with the rain season. Um,
Usually the month of May, the temperature should be at least in the 70s coming soon. I mean, I wouldn't say now, but I would say come mid-May or maybe the end of May should be like even warmer, like maybe in the 70s or something. Not 60 like we were
well,
getting, you know.
they're purposely, I think, messing with agriculture, the
Yeah.
the the growing,
Yeah.
the growing season.
Well, you think the chemtrails are doing this too, right? It's messing with the weather too, right? I
Well,
mean,
they're
yeah,
definitely using that to
yeah,
manipulate the weather, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, it's causing all kinds of problems,
yeah.
all intentional,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because they want us to eat Bill Gates lab grown food.
Food, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's what I heard too. Something about ticks that they're
I
gonna be
heard that
releasing
too.
ticks.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that like the new pandemic now,
the
ticks or
the
something? You
Lone
know?
Star tick
Yes.
that allegedly, I guess, if it bites you, it makes you allergic to something that's found in red meat.
All right. I don't eat meat.
I only eat chicken. It's about the only kind of meat. I don't even eat like steak or anything or red meat or anything. You know.
And the crazy thing is, you only find out by having an allergic reaction to the red meat.
Yeah. Is your
So
mom still in?
yeah,
Oh.
so I'm sure that they're this is another one of uh Bill Gates engineered insects, that he's releasing to the public.
Is
They
this
s-
supposed to be like another type of pandemic with ticks
well, no, this is just supposed to get people deathly allergic to red meat.
oh
Well, he said the next pandemic. Well, what he said? Well, I forget now what he said. The next, like it'll definitely like wake people up
yeah.
because it's gonna,
Or more than what was going on with COVID? Oh,
He
yeah, like
may
it's gonna get people's attention because
yeah.
it's supposedly it's gonna be even worse.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're evil people.
Oh, of course, he's a devil.
Oh, that's what he said. It'll get their attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see which clip do let since we're talking about rain and stuff, let me play this video. I guess I have to hit play.
Okay.
Clean water the best? Like nothing better than clean water. Did you know that it was supposed to be free from God for all of us? Did you know that? And did you also know that it's an unlimited resource? That hydrogen and oxygen create water, the veins of the earth? Same with oil, that's unlimited too. They don't want to tell you that. But anyway, here's a video of a man in Oregon who was arrested and went to jail for 30 days for collecting rainwater from the sky on his roof in barrels. And here's a few states where it's restricted to where you could get in trouble if you collect water. This is unbelievable.
An Oregon man was convicted and sent to jail for collecting and using rainwater on his own property, sued by the state for theft. Rancher Gary Harrington built 3 large reservoirs on his own land to collect rainwater and snow melt. He claimed the water was primarily for fire protection reserves and for providing water to wildlife. But the state called it theft and prosecuted Gary. A municipal code stipulates that all water within city limits, including precipitation, is part of the public water supply. The city requested the court order the removal of his collection system and impose a fine. Despite Harrington's repeated appeals, arguing, "The water fell on my land. I'm not selling it. I'm simply using it on my own property." The court ultimately rejected his claims. Harrington was found guilty on multiple charges, including unlawful appropriation of state water resources. He was sentenced to 30 days in jail and fined over $1,500. The incident sparked intense backlash. Residents said it was simply tyranny. If a person cannot own the rain that falls on their own land, what do they actually own?
Nothing.
This is definitely what the founding fathers envisioned, huh? Oh, and those. They envisioned those as well.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
That is, yes.
You can't collect rainwater and use it for whatever. You know, it's the state's it's the city's property, apparently. The rain that's falling on your property. I just thought I just wanted to save that video because I just thought, it's something people should know about.
Yeah.
This is the free world that we live in.
And people think we really are free when we're really not.
Yeah.
Somebody called it the invisible cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is an illusion.
Yeah.
When the Federal Reserve was created, I was actually just talking about this with a coworker earlier today. The Federal Reserve was invented for two things. It was to steal the people's wealth and also to make them slaves.
Yeah. And that's why the Titanic was sunk. Because there were people on it that were against it. They were going to stop it, the Federal Reserve.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't steal the money from the people, at least without literally like seizing their money when money is actually worth something, when you actually have gold. But when it's a placeholder just representing money, it's easy to do, and they've done it, and
Yeah.
they continue to do it.
Yes. I don't know if I'm going off subject, but
Well, we're kind of all over the place, so
yeah.
it's fine.
I watched that. This is the second time I watched this movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on Netflix. It's Frankenstein.
Is that the original one?
No, this was a remake
Oh, okay.
from it. And
Was it fairly new? Remake or
yes, I think it came out last year. I'm not
oh,
sure.
okay.
Yeah, I think last year it came out.
Okay.
And I enjoyed watching it the second time because I was able to understand better than when I watched it the first time.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to give it out or give it away, but it kind of touched me because everything that we're taught, even like about Frankenstein, like the monster,
Right.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
That was
showed,
actually a book, Frankenstein.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's from Mary Shelley,
Yeah.
and it shows you who really was the monster. I mean, I'm not going to say in case anybody wants to watch it. I think it's worth watching because it shows you like how even in that time, like in 1857, how technical uh, they were advanced, and you could even see it in the buildings.
Yeah. Well,
The architect.
I tell different people because when they have conversation when I have conversations with people and they mention about you know, oh, they didn't have this kind of it's amazing they did this. They didn't have this kind of technology back then. And I said, or did they?
I think because
We
I'll just say
assume we
yes,
assume they don't.
yeah, because we think that we're modern, so we know better, but actually we don't. Because in the movie, I'll just say this: when he wanted to generate the Frankenstein to come alive,
Hmm.
he had these big, gigantic batteries, so
Mm.
that when the lightning struck, it would go into the body and
Uh-huh.
make him
Like reanimate them. Like,
to
or,
life, come to life.
So come to
But
life. Okay.
like I said, I think, like I said, if you want to watch it, it was good.
yeah. Well, it all, and this is what got me started on the rabbit hole of like researching about technology and ancient civilizations was King Solomon from the book of Ecclesiastes when he said, "There's nothing new under the sun."
Yeah,
And we just don't know about it because it happened long ago and they're no longer around. And so,
Well, the modern technology came from from the Book of Enoch, from the fallen angels, right? Um,
well, yeah, a lot of some
yeah,
people do believe that the
yeah.
technology was taught to man.
Well, it said they taught them sorcery. That's what it's. I heard. Not that I read the
All
Book of
kinds of
Enoch, but
knowledge, all
yeah,
kinds of forbidden heavenly knowledge
yeah,
that humans weren't supposed to know about.
yeah,
But it was part of the agreement to give the women to the fallen angels.
yeah,
See, the angels, the fallen angels couldn't just take the women as their wives; they had to be given to them.
yeah.
And so it's like with it all goes back to like the devil, the enemy doesn't have any authority to do anything without being given authority.
Yeah,
We have authority over the enemy,
right.
especially in Christ Jesus.
Yes.
But the thing is, we have the authority to give the enemy authority. And so that's basically what happened when the fallen angel when the angels left their place in heaven. They made a pact to take these beautiful women as their wives, but they had to talk the men into it, into giving them over to be their wives.
Oh, so they were married to these other men before be given to the
No, no,
fallen angel.
no, they were probably their fathers.
Oh,
Because like back then, a woman was given away by her father,
oh,
by her
okay.
parents. But the agreement was for for their daughters to be their wives, they would give them this forbidden knowledge,
Yeah,
this the all these secrets that they knew. But it wasn't a good deal though. It was a very bad deal. Just like the Garden of Eden, really, when you think about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like
The tree of knowledge of good and evil.
right, the serpent
Yeah,
was telling Eve like, "Oh, well, if you eat this fruit and you'll get all this wisdom, you'll be just like God."
yeah.
And so it's kind of like it was like replaying itself, but this time with the fallen angels saying, "Hey, if you give us your women to be our wives, we'll impart you with this all this wisdom and all this knowledge." And they taught them all these different things that it just created a lot of problems in the world. But it gets even worse than that because then they have the children of the fallen angels and the women, which were the Nephilim, and they were giants, like mountain-sized giants.
Those were the offsprings of the fallen angels. Yeah,
Yes, and they were consuming
yeah,
all the earth's resources, and they were starting to eat people.
yeah.
So it was this kind of this ex, this expands on what the book of Genesis talks about.
Right,
Uh, in the prelude to the flood,
right.
and why the Lord flooded the earth
Yeah. He
because
wanted to get rid of all these Nephilims, and right. Yeah,
the contaminated
yeah,
genes.
Yeah.
And an interesting thing is that talking about the Book of Enoch is very eye-opening because when you think about it, it's kind of what they're trying to do now, which is why I really do think that the Nephilim bloodline is still alive and well, and I do believe that it's uh,
You think it's in Hollywood because I know
I
you were saying that they were
I think it's everywhere.
ever. Yeah.
I think they run the earth,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
their their goal is to contaminate the the human genetics,
Yeah.
because it's you have the the human genes is what the Lord created.
Right.
And when the fallen angels came down to earth and they took women to be their wives and they had the Nephilim, the offspring, now those genetics were corrupt. And they were doing it with all different species. They were
Not
they
even
were
just humans, they're animals too,
they
and
were
everything.
having offspring with
Yeah.
animals too.
Yeah.
So it's like their goal was to just corrupt everything. And it kind of makes me think of like the island of was it the island of Moreau, Dr. Moreau?
Yeah, I've heard of
And
that.
it all is kind of tying in. It sounds far-fetched and crazy, but when you think about the Book of Enoch and what the fallen angels were doing, it's like they were just purposely trying to um desecrate everything the Lord created. And now, fast forward to who knows how long in the future, because they mess with the timeline. Now you have them with the gene editing and all these different shots that they're doing. They're trying. It's like you can kind of see through what they're doing. They're just doing it in a different form, but they're still trying to mess with what God created.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, the news on Channel 4 news over here in New York.
Hmm.
There's this one newscast. I have noticed how many times they go like this. I mean, this cannot be coincidence or it means nothing.
Yeah,
But I constantly see on the news,
yeah.
be it Channel 4, Channel 2. I don't get Channel 7 because I have that thing to the antenna on the wall
Hmm.
because I don't have cable anymore. But I can get a few channels anyway. They always do this.
Yeah, a lot of the
I mean,
celebrities do that too.
Oh, you
yeah,
mean
and
like when they sit down and they make that hand signal or something
they go
or
like this.
oh
And the thing I was saying, like this one guy that's on Channel 4,
That's that
I get it.
Masonic hand sign.
Yes, that's to tell them. Like that's right in our faces, but
what
people
does
don't get
that
it.
mean? That's hand
I think I heard a couple of different reasons of what it means. It could be like the triangle, the all-seeing eye.
Yeah.
I also heard it was referred to a woman's body part.
oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
But anyway, this guy that's on the news, he is so creepy looking. I'm like, this guy is definitely probably Nephilim. Because if you see him, even Chicken, right? And
Hmm.
she usually just looks at me when I tell her these things. She even said, she says, you're right. Like when he smiles, he's got the creepiest smile
He
ever.
looks like demonic or
Yes, very demonic.
yeah.
I think they're all creepy. I mean, in a way, like when you watch, and I don't watch the news, but I'll see clips on social media,
Yeah.
and these people just don't act human, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
what's
well,
that?
I'm seeing that
Pete
more now than
Hegseth
I
or
used to
whatever the
see
heck
it.
his name is.
Say again?
That Pete Hegswith or whatever the heck his name is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yes.
I'm not getting his name right, but that guy is weird. They're all
Yeah, he
weird.
was.
They're all
Yeah.
weird. They don't act right. And it's like I don't think I don't think that a human could withstand like what Trump went through, this like all the stress and pressure. I don't think a normal human could withstand that. Like, I mean, I the stuff in the media is a big show, so
Yeah.
I don't consider that real adversity. I
Yeah,
think the left and right adversity is fake. That's just for
yeah,
everybody else. But
So
yeah, I don't.
honestly, you can't really believe anything if it's coming from a liberal point of view or a conservative point of view. It doesn't matter because they're
doesn't.
not telling the truth. They only see it from their lens. In other words,
Yeah, they're constantly trying to create like a hero. They did it with Trump, and it's still working to a certain degree because he still has a lot of followers. But I think that a lot of people have dropped off,
yeah.
and but they're still doing the left and right thing, you
Yeah,
know. But it's just like it's just ridiculous.
I'm trying to find a picture of this guy.
I don't know how anyone can have any confidence in this current system after what just transpired over
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
I don't know.
Yeah, now how come I can't find this guy's picture?
Oh, you're trying to look up this guy?
Yeah, because I can't remember his name, but meanwhile, I can't
he's
even
uh
find.
he's he's a news person like
Yeah, on Channel 4.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't find him. It's kind of weird. They're showing me
I
other
don't even
ones.
watch Channel 4 news.
Like I said, I get 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah,
For some reason, I can't. I can't get Channel 7.
7. Oh, do you get
Right.
like Channel 9 or Channel 11 or
No,
no?
but it doesn't matter because I very rarely even put TV on
Yeah, me
unless I
too.
want to watch something on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't watch all too much TV. I mainly watch YouTube or listen to YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah, I do that.
I like
So you,
listening to Abide Sleep Meditation.
yeah. You introduced me to that.
Oh, I love it when I go to
Yeah,
bed. It's
yeah,
very relaxing.
yeah.
So I wanted to jump to this video. I thought this
oh,
was really interesting. This
This guy I always see a lot on Facebook. This
Yeah,
guy.
I
Yeah,
go through my news feed and I see a lot of his videos, and
yeah,
I like to share some of his stuff because he finds stuff. And what's interesting is this technology that he's talking about in this, it's a new Ford truck, but as he talks about in this video, this technology is going to want to probably it's going to be going to all vehicles, and it
oh
yeah.
yeah, I think
prob
I shared something on Facebook about it.
yeah, probably in the near future.
You guys ready for the next conspiracy theory? Or should I say conspiracy?
Come on! No! Now imagine there was an emergency outside the truck, an accident, something terrible on the ranch
Oh yeah,
with a
this,
chainsaw. And I jump in this truck, but the truck,
yeah,
it won't shift into drive. Why? Because the cameras and sensors inside this cab won't let it shift because it detects my eyes are big. There's a lot of emotion. There's some panic and it doesn't feel that I'm fit to drive. Now that's not science fiction. That is happening because Ford just filed the patents.
Yeah,
yeah.
what if you're trying to run from a killer
Ford
or
actually
something?
has a series of patents down at the U.S. Patent and Trade Office that deal with the sensors and cameras inside the cab. Truck determine that you're not fit to drive, that truck will not actually shift from park to drive. Now, they already have a system called telematics, and that's where they can actually pull up cameras in real time inside the cab of their fleet vehicles. Now, they actually market this to insurance companies because the truth is, this is really about who owns the data and who owns the liability. Now, your name might actually be on the title of this truck, and you may have paid for it, but you don't own it. Now, Ford didn't file just one patent. They filed a stack of them, all within months of each other. Are you sitting down? Get this. This Ford technology patent doesn't just watch you. This one puts you in jail. Ford filed a patent, serial number 0104469, where the system takes your biometric data, your face, your iris, and your fingerprint, and it runs it through a criminal database in real time. While you're sitting in your own truck, think about what that means. You wake up one morning. You walk out to your driveway. You climb into a vehicle with your name on the title, on property with your name on the deed. And before you go anywhere, before you've done a single thing wrong, your truck is already running your face through a law enforcement database. Ford's own patent language describes this as potentially useful for police. They wrote that. Ford wrote that into the patent application. So the question isn't whether this technology can be abused. Ford already told you who it's for. You just didn't know that you were buying a cop car. Now I'm going to walk you through a few of these patents. Lip reading, cameras inside your cab, machine learning trained on lip movement datasets, cloud connected, your face processed somewhere you'll never see, stored as long as they want. Acoustic lip reading, if the cameras aren't enough, the system emits inaudible sound waves and reads the echoes bouncing off of your mouth. You can't see it, it's just happening. Biometrics, your face, fingerprint, iris, filed February 2024, and it was published August 2025. This one is assigned a serial number because it's real. Ad listening. This is scary. It monitors conversations between everyone in the cab. It serves targeted ads based on what you and others are talking about while you're driving. In Ford's words, maximum opportunity for ad-based monetization.
Why the heck would
No
anyone want
description
that?
of how that data is protected either. None. How about Ford Pro Telematics? Now this one isn't a patent. This one is actually a product page. Right now, fleet managers can pull live in-cabin video feeds of drivers on their phones. Ford markets seatbelt compliance alerts with the explicit benefit of lowering insurance costs. They said it themselves. This is the infrastructure, and once the infrastructure exists, it's going to get used and abused. Now, Ford isn't alone in this. This is an arms race. Smart Eye driver monitoring software is already in over 2 million cars globally. The EU's general safety regulation mandates drowsiness systems as standard equipment going forward. GM deployed biometric seat sensors and heart rate monitoring in production trucks.
I think that's infuriating.
Yes, and somebody said on Facebook that they think that this is also a way to get away from gas-powered cars and to force people to get electric cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How would that force that though?
because they won't be selling gas anything because people are not going to buy these new cars. Well, some people will. They're telling you, if you're going to get a car, get one that's older that doesn't have this technology in it, but that they think they want to force people to get electric. This way, they can shut it off whenever they want.
Well, yeah.
I just find it infuriating. Like there's no like they're not allowing you to opt out of all this nonsense. Like
No.
who the heck wants to buy a vehicle with all that stuff pre-installed in it?
Yeah, because this is what is going to be the surveillance state, where
That's
they
crazy.
they they monitor every single thing about you, and it is infuriating. And
Yeah.
people will think it's a good idea. Oh, it's good because if the person's drunk, they're not going to be able to drive, so that's going to save lives.
But
I'm-
like that guy said in the video, if you're like in a scared state because maybe somebody's is stalking you or chasing after you,
Yeah,
whatever, you kind of want your vehicle to start so you can get the heck out of there.
yeah, and if you're
Not
upset, it's not going to stop.
Yeah, and these dumb new vehicles, the doors don't even lock until you start driving.
So these electric cars, you don't even need somebody behind the wheel. It'll drive for you and everything.
Well,
Or
that would have to be a self-driving vehicle.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. But these electric cars, I also read that it's like sitting in a microwave oven when you're in those cars.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're hot inside. Yeah.
No, they're not hot. They're the radiation. Because
Oh, oh, oh.
you put stuff in the microwave, it's radiation.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So
Well,
that you're
it's probably like sitting inside of a cell phone
Yeah.
because you figure all
Because
this
cell phone has radiation come out. Yeah.
well, you figure all this technology that they have bundled inside these new vehicles, it's all getting like it's all both transmitting, receiving all kinds of signals, and you're sitting right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really wild. This probably contributes to why so many people feel like crap. It's not just the crap that they're spraying in the air. It's it's these all these frequencies.
Yeah.
And I
We're
heard
exposed to it every single day. And like you said, through the cell phone.
and I
We're
heard
always on the cell.
5G is really bad
Yeah.
because it actually penetrates the skin, and they want to keep pushing for more 6G, 7G. I
They
mean, with
haven't even really, I think, fully activated 5G yet.
yeah, that's the peculiar part. That's what I heard. That it's like they're I and in that case, we don't even know what's going to happen when they do.
They said when they do, it's going to be crazy. Like
Probably
all the people that got the shots,
Yeah.
it's going to affect them. But then, like you said, even people that didn't get it, the stuff that they're putting in the air, that they're
for yeah,
putting in the air.
from what I heard, and I think it had to do with the I think I shared the video in the last meeting when the guy was saying about the soft metals or the heavy metals that are in everybody because of the drinking water and basically what they're spraying in the skies.
Right. Right.
Uh, it's in all of us, and so with the frequencies like the 5G, if it could penetrate the skin, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna interact. But um, this goes back to the word of God, reading the Psalms. Um, I can't recall which psalm it is. I don't, but it where David said that 10,000 may fall, you
Oh,
know,
that's in Psalm 91. Was it Psalm 91?
I think
Yeah.
so. Psalm 91.
I
Yes.
I don't know if that's Psalm 91,
I think it is.
but it's a psalm, and basically saying like it's reinforcing of faith because the Lord's in control of everything.
Yeah.
So this is definitely bad news, but it's bad news what they're doing. But I think the Lord's going to have protection over certain people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Psalm 91.
Is it?
Yes.
Did you want to read that part?
All right, let me
Since I
pull it
did
back.
since I'm doing such a horrible job of quoting it.
All right, let me pull it up.
I don't know
And
what verse it is, but it's yeah.
it's verse 5. Wait, no, 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 it's not. Wait, 1 minute. It's verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall be no evil before thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing's for certain that there's a lot of darkness ahead, and but the Bible tells us, the Lord says, "Do not fear."
Yeah. Don't
Um,
be afraid. Yeah.
the Lord told Isaiah that was it 41:10. I will strengthen you with my righteous right hand.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just and this is why this goes back to like with the support group being encouraging, to let people know like this is not a time to panic. Uh, it's just to be informed
Right, right.
because the Lord is going to protect. I believe the Lord's going to protect the elect, and but it's going to be. But our job is always to share the gospel
Yeah.
and to
So
share.
people won't be surprised when these things really do happen, coming upon you. They won't be like, what's going on?
Yeah. But another concern of mine though is people just being confused.
Yeah,
People who have faith, who are in the faith, who have faith in Christ, but never heard about any of this stuff, and they're just going to be like, what the heck is going on? This is not what I was taught
yeah.
all these years. This wasn't in
Yeah.
the Left Behind series.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because they're waiting. A friend of mine is waiting that, they're saying, oh, well, Jesus is going to come back and fix everything. So they're not going to be prepared for all these things that are going to
Right.
happen.
And it just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
It does.
I
Yeah.
told somebody one time, why is it now? This was a while back. This was before the whole Epstein thing and all that craziness that followed that. But I was telling people they want us to keep looking at the skies. It was not long after all the mysterious drones in the air, and then uh, this is going way back now when Trump was forming the Space Force. I said they keep talking about aliens. They keep talking about UFOs. They have the weird, mysterious drones. I said they want us to keep looking at the skies. Now you have to ask why.
Yeah.
Whenever they whenever they keep pointing to a certain thing, it's kind of like when you watch a movie and the job of the cinematographer is to get you to focus on what they want you to focus on. And that's kind of like what they're doing with the news and the media. If they keep pounding something into your head, it's because they want you to focus on that. So then you have to ask,
So
well,
in
what
other words, they want you to be distracted with something that's really big that's going on then, right? Uh,
it's like they try to tell you, but they don't tell you the full story.
oh,
But they're pointing you in that direction. So you have to ask yourself why? Why do they keep talking about the skies? Why do they keep talking about UFOs? And I think it's leading up to something.
Yeah.
And the constantly they're dripping constantly about aliens. They're talking about aliens now, and it's like so they're trying to normalize it.
I remember you mentioned about Project Bluebeam. Yeah,
Yeah, well they're I would say slowly, but it's at this point it seems rapidly.
yeah,
They're normalizing it.
yeah.
They're getting people,
Um,
and there's already enough people out there that already believe in aliens, so it's not that difficult for them to
For
do.
not to, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I never did believe in aliens. I thought they were just demons. I never really believed like there's creatures in outer space. I never believed that. But
Right. Well, that's how they take the
yeah,
truth and they twist it and they give you like a partial truth.
yeah,
So like, I do believe that there are physical aliens. I just don't believe they come from outer space.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of believe in the whole Ant-Man theory. Where there's these the green guys if they're even green, but they're like 4 feet tall or maybe shorter, and they live in the ground. So they're probably some again, I'm just speculating, probably some kind of weird hybrid creature that was created from fallen angels.
So they're really like Nephilims, these aliens, and yeah,
Well, yeah, any offspring of the fallen angels are Nephilim,
yeah.
no matter what like
Let's say if
species.
they're human or animal. I mean,
Right.
alien to me looks like an insect. It doesn't even look like a human, but
Right.
yeah,
They're not. They're
yeah.
definitely not human. I don't know what they are,
Yeah, they're hybrid or something.
but they're dangerous and they're
Yeah.
evil
Yes.
because they're Nephilim.
Yeah.
So anything they say, if they're actually real, see that's the thing. This is the age we're in, the age and era of deception right now, because now how do you know whether someone's wearing a mask, a suit? If you're watching it online or on TV, how do you know it's not created by AI?
Yeah. You don't
And
know what's
if
real
it's
or
in
what's not,
person,
especially now with the AI age now,
and
that we're in.
if it's
Yeah.
in person, how do you know you're not watching a holographic image?
Yeah. You don't
You
know
know,
what's real. It's kind of scary.
and this is how they're just messing with people.
Yeah. Even the way people talk and stuff, you don't even know if what they're saying is real or AI too. If they actually really said that or not, or if that's an AI thing too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think like right now, I think you can still distinguish between AI and what's real.
Yeah.
But I think it will get to the point where you're not going to be able to
No anymore.
distinguish it,
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
I think you
Like
can.
Roxy's picture, that
Yeah.
was AI.
Oh,
Oh
you
yeah,
mean when she dressed up as a rapper?
Chicky put in because I took a picture of her, and then
Yeah.
when Chicky had the picture, she put in like to do the AI. She said, dress her like the Prince of Bel-Air," and that's
Oh,
the
that I thought that was a real outfit you
outfit.
put on
No,
her. Oh
no,
my God. Oh, you really got me fooled. I thought
no,
that was really an outfit you put on her.
well,
Oh,
I'll
no.
say this. I think you can tell that you might be able to tell the difference between AI that civilians have access to, but I think the AI that the governments have access to is way more advanced.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
And I think
probably
that's
true.
I think that's part of the deception. When
Yes,
they so like when that do you remember that video, that ridiculous video? There I think there was more than one, but the one video of Netanyahu where he had like six fingers.
yes.
There's no way they didn't issue there's no way they didn't do that on purpose. Like they purposely used like sloppy AI,
Mm,
because if they were actually trying to trick people, I think they could have done a way better job than that. I think they're purposely messing with people. One theory, and I didn't copy this video, so I can't share it in the meeting. But the one guy I watch, I see his clips every now and then. Eyes Open podcast. He was
Oh yeah.
talk. He's pretty good. He was talking about AI, and he was saying that could it be possible that they purposely release crappy AI footage so that you believe that the AI technology really isn't as good as it is, and so that when they do put other videos out, you believe they're real, and perhaps these people aren't even above ground anymore, but they'll put out videos to make you think they're above ground.
Mm,
I don't know. It was just something interesting to think about, because what he was going into is that for the longest time it was believed that the technology that the military has and the government has is 20 years into the future compared to what everyone else has. He believes it's more like 30 years. So just imagine how much more advanced holographic technology they have, how much more advanced AI technology they have, stuff that we don't even have access to.
yeah. Yeah, I believe it.
Totally mind blowing.
Yes. Like
So,
Wow, you
even
really got me fooled with that car. I really thought that was real
oh,
with
yeah,
Roxy.
the technology that we have as
Yeah.
civilians, it's crazy what we can do.
yeah.
I like to play around with AI. I don't
Yeah.
I don't use it for deceptive purposes.
No, I like AI for one thing, like, to have fun with it. Like, on
Yeah.
Facebook, they have like, it makes yourself look like, with AI looks different, make it, it's like a Facebook game with AI,
Right.
of
Like
yourself.
I
Yeah.
do it kind of like in a storytelling manner.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'll have myself like in my suit and top hat, smoke
Yeah, like that's
maybe
AI
smoking a
then.
cigar,
Yeah, yeah. And that's J Pete that's what do you call that? JPT chat or
Chat,
something?
chat
Oh
GPT.
yeah,
You
chat
see, yeah,
GPT,
yeah,
yep. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but you can like you could I mean it's crazy what you could do.
yeah,
That's why like you can't trust the news because some of these posts that I see when they were talking about blowing up Iranian ships and stuff, I'm like, that looks like they could have made that in Photoshop. Like literally, I mean not Photoshop, but they could have tweaked it in Photoshop. But it looks
Mm,
like they could have made it in GTP. Like you
yeah.
just literally type in like you could even provide it like images. Like say they have an image of like a ship, they put it up there and you upload it to the AI, and then type in make it look like an explosion, and
yeah.
then it'll do it
Yeah.
and it will make it look real, at least to the average person. Real enough where you're not going to be like, oh, that's fake. No, because it
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
real.
Yeah, because even when like if you look something up on Google, I'm not sure if I don't think DuckDuckGo does it. I'm not sure, but I think Google does it. Like it used to be like you would search for something, right? And
Hmm.
it would come up. Now it automatically gives you AI. And
Yeah.
then it says at the end of what you reading, it'll say, "Oh, do you want me to help you go further?" And then you could ask a question, and then they give you more answers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things like if I put Roxy up and she hasn't, like I put her one time for as a punk rocker, it
yeah.
was
What
AI.
about the one with the guitar? You had a picture of her with the guitar. Was that AI or
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
oh
because what
wow.
you can do is if you take a picture and it's like, say you send it to somebody in a text,
Yeah,
you see at least on the Android, you
yeah,
see a little like stars, and
yeah.
that's you press on that, and then you could change it to something else.
Oh, so all those outfits and the background that you had, that's really all fake, what you had with Roxy then,
Yes.
Oh, okay. That looks so real. I tell you,
It
I thought that
does.
was real and everything.
Yeah. All right, who's this guy?
All right. So this is the last video clip I have. I was just going to ask, do you recognize this guy?
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah,
This is JT from JT Follows JC.
yeah,
I think you're both in his conspiracy network group on
yeah, yeah.
Facebook. So this is interesting.
Jonathan, my nephew's been following him for years, and he got him famous on Instagram. He got him a lot of followers. My nephew.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Ah, very cool.
yeah, yeah,
So here he's talking about space, but you know what? I it's been a little while since I watched this clip from during the week, so I'm gonna get refreshed on it with both of you. So here we go.
So as all the Artemis stuff is in the news, I want to take you back a couple years. Do you guys remember when Apple dropped that movie called Fly Me to the Moon? And if you guys don't remember it, the premise of this movie was in 1969, they had an alternate backup plan to fake a moon landing just in case they couldn't get to the moon.
The whole world will be watching. We can't afford to lose to the Russians. We need to shoot the backup version of the moon landing.
You mean to fake it?
But what I find really funny about this, do you know what they called their project to fake the moon landing in that movie? Yeah, of course, they called it Artemis. You can't even make this stuff up, or maybe you can, and they do. Because in 1977, they also made a movie called Capricorn 1. And this movie is about a fake mission to Mars. So just before launch, 3 astronauts are secretly pulled from their spacecraft due to a life support failure that would kill them in flight. Instead of canceling the mission, the government officials decide to fake a Mars landing in a hidden desert studio to avoid public embarrassment. The astronauts are forced to go along with the deception while the mission is broadcast to the world as if it were real.
It's hard to believe you really are that far away in space.
It's hard for me to believe it, too.
So maybe it is as the Chili Peppers say, space is the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Yeah.
That's what you said, Carol. It was even in the Chili Pepper song, it's made in the Hollywood basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, that song, and the crazy thing is, I bought that CD when I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
And that song, they spit so many lines in that song, and then when I finally found out what the lyrics were, I was like, wow.
Yeah. I never took notice of the lyrics, like really listen to it carefully, but yeah, it tells you something,
But it's crazy how, like, JT pointed out in that clip, how, like, they mock us constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they call in that movie, which I never watched, To Fly Me to the Moon.
I never saw it either.
They called it Artemis.
But that's what they call Artemis now. When they went to April 1st.
Their moon mission on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, Artemis, yeah.
Like, that wasn't planned,
Yeah.
And all these words too that they use, they have like meanings behind them.
Oh yeah, like if that's if you recall, wasn't it in was it the book of Acts or Romans where uh Artemis was the goddess of what, the Ephesians?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Artemis is the ancient Greek goddess of the hunt, wilderness, wild animals, chastity, and childbirth, daughter of Zeus and Leto,
But
twin sister of Apollo.
But if I recall, I think that's what the riot was all about in Ephesus, because they were angry because Paul was. They felt threatened because you had these people that they made a living off of making like these Artemis statues, I believe. And they were like, "Oh, if, we're going to go out of business if, these people, take all these people away from us and they don't worship Artemis anymore."
So Artemis is a Greek god. That's what it derived from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would
looking
never
it up
know
now
that.
to see if it says anything about Ephesus. It does say that something about Diana, which was they worshipped, remember?
Let me see.
Yeah, the worship of Artemis probably flourished in Crete or on the Greek mainland in pre-Hellenic times. Many of Artemis's local cults have let's see. Yeah, here. The virginal sister of Apollo is very different from the many-breasted Artemis of Ephesus, for example.
Protector of Ephesus. I believe it's been a while since I read that book, the Book of Acts, but I believe that's what the uproar was about. They were starting to riot.
Yeah, Ephesus is the most important Greek city in Ionian, Asia Minor, the ruins of which lay near the modern village of, let me see, where it says the temple of Artemis or Diana, to which, how come it's not showing me anymore? That's it?
Jonathan, Paul was the one that wrote Ephesians, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I know Paul went to Greece a lot, in the Bible,
Hang on, let me see. I'm trying to. Can you see that?
Yeah. I see it small, but I wonder if I could. I think I could see it now.
Just so you know, I don't know what I'm doing. But
This is Google?
Yeah, AI overview. Artemis of Ephesus was a distinct Anatolian fertility goddess blended with the Greek Artemis, worshipped as a powerful mother goddess and protector of Ephesus. But uh, all that aside, let me stop that. All that aside, I wouldn't name anything Artemis, you
No.
know. But the thing is that the general public doesn't take any of this stuff seriously because they'll say like, oh well, it's a Greek god or a Greek goddess. But
They probably even don't know that much.
yeah, but even if they did, because like a lot of maybe a lot of people don't even know that the planets and all that kind of stuff are named after Greek gods and goddesses. But the really dark part about all this is that because someone will say, "Oh, it's Greek mythology," but no, like this is demonic because people were worshiping this stuff,
Yeah.
and not only that, but this is where it gets, this is where it goes really deep down the rabbit hole, so to speak, because a lot of Greek mythology actually aligns with the Book of Enoch, like with the Nephilim, because the Nephilim had um well, they were shapeshifters, and I believe they had some kind of superpowers. I don't know exactly what their abilities were or what their abilities are.
Shapeshifters meaning what? They could look at any type of thing they want to look. It's
Yeah.
like oh
Yeah, they can change. I don't know how to what to I don't know what to what degree they can change
oh
because I think they're limit I'm just speculating. I think they're limited because remember they're not they're not 100% angel. It's like
right
so like when you're reading the Book of Enoch and it goes through like the different uh levels of heaven.
yeah
It talks about some of these angels that can change their appearance to look like men. Uh, so like an angel has the ability to shapeshift entirely into something completely different.
yeah
But a Nephilim, I don't think they have that ability because they're 50-50. They're 50% angel and 50%
human or whatever
whatever
they are, yeah,
or
animal,
whatever their species is.
yeah.
So they can manipulate their appearance, but I don't think they can manipulate it like entirely.
So you think fallen angels have that ability to do that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
shapeshift? Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's not this is not an easy subject because
yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out like I know I know the pre-flood the original angels that decided to leave their place in heaven, they were bound. Now I don't know if they were released like during Satan's short season or not. Now, if they're released, then yeah, I think they can probably appear as like regular people.
yeah.
Just like it says in the book of Hebrews where you could be entertaining angels and not even know it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But um if we're not in Satan's short season, then no, I don't think that fallen angels are have the ability to do that because they're locked up. But now in Revelation chapter 20, and this is where the eschatology of Satan's short season comes into play. And Revelation chapter 20, I think verse 7, it says that after 1,000 years, Satan was released from his prison. Now, my question is, and I never had this question answered, but I haven't really brought it up to anybody that's uh, well studied in the area. And even then, I don't know if they'd be able to give me a straight answer because there's so much speculation around this scripture. But my question is, when Satan is released from this prison, are the other fallen angels also released from the prison? Because they were all bound before the flood, before the great flood. All the fallen angels were bound and put into prison. And even let me bring it up. I'll go on to Bible
Hmm.
Gateway. Even Peter talks about it, I think in Second Peter.
I found the argument that they had in Ephesus. It was because people were turning to Christ, so the merchants were losing their livelihood.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. There was a big uproar about that.
yeah.
But yeah, the Apostle Peter talks about how the the angels are bound and they're awaiting judgment. But keep in mind that when the epistle, I'm not sure what it's called, the book of Peter, when it was written obviously before Satan's short season because it was before the return of Christ. So at that time, yes, definitely those fallen angels were bound.
Yeah.
But the question is, were they released? And
Well,
they
that
could,
I'm not too sure of. I don't know.
well, they could very well be. And that would also explain the rise of the Nephilim again. Well, we know that there was more Nephilim after the flood
So in other
because of
words, they never fully died in the flood. They still had remaining.
no,
Oh, okay.
no, I believe they all died in the flood.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Some people have speculated that they somehow survived it, but I don't believe that.
Okay.
I believe the flood killed them all.
Cool. Killed them all. Okay.
So there had to have been other
So how did more Nephilims come then?
there had to have been more fallen angels
Oh,
and more agreements with humans to um, procreate more Nephilim.
oh. I thought once Lucifer brought the angels with him, that was also there was more than 200 that came down. Then, in other words,
Yeah, because remember, after the flood, that was when Nimrod led the development of the Tower of Babel. And that was believed to be a rebellion against God. So it doesn't really go into too much detail in the book of Genesis, but you could just imagine the sorcery and witchcraft behind that.
yeah,
And the attitude of the Tower of Babel has never really gone away. Some say the AI movement is the modern Tower of Babel.
I won't be surprised.
It's the enemy trying to challenge God and basically to say they don't need God
Yeah,
and that they are God. That's the challenge. That's the ultimate rebellion.
yeah.
So that's where we are with that.
Okay.
Does anybody have anything else they'd like to talk about?
No, I don't know.
Um, how about the third attempted assassination of Trump?
Oh, at that dinner party?
Yeah,
What was
that
it?
was
The
the
second? What is this? This is the second assassination of Trump, or
third.
well, what was the third?
This one that just happened
But
now.
what was the second? I know there was one where his ear was bleeding, and
I think the second one was when he was at the golf course.
oh, okay.
But I mean, that was really fake. I would think I don't know, the video. What did you think, Jonathan? Did
Well,
you
a
see it?
lot of people believe it was staged.
Well,
This one, yeah.
the dinner party one the very few clips that I've actually seen were entertaining. I like how they pulled Vance away from the table.
And he wasn't even going. He was like stuck to the chair. They had to pull him out of it. And why would they take him first and not the president?
I before even watching anything, I knew it was fake just because like everything they put in the media is staged.
Yeah.
It's like when mom brought it up to me the night that it happened, she's like, "Oh, like what do you like? That's fake." It's like first of all, like you have to understand like how all this stuff works. Like with these government events, like you
This
can't.
was in a ballroom. This
Yeah.
third one. Yeah.
This
It
is
was,
what
it
I
was,
this is what I said to my coworker the other day. I said, "All right, think about this. Think about it this way. When you go into a casino, one of the most highly surveillance places there is." I said, you go in there, there's a camera on you in every which way, every angle.
Yeah.
Like, don't go into a casino picking your nose because you're gonna have an audience. So now, if you like, and there was actually, I'm not gonna mention any names, but there was somebody who used to work at a casino, and they were, I guess, a part of security, and they thought they were being slick, and they actually pulled off some kind of a heist, or they thought they were. But what they didn't know was that there's security watching security there. So, oops, they got caught. But but the point I was getting at is, and I said to my coworker, I said, if they watch you that well at a casino, what do you think they do at a presidential event? So you're being
yeah.
watched, you don't even know you're being watched.
Yeah.
And
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 even
it
in yeah, go ahead, finish.
and you can't you can't get that close. And the minute you cough or sneeze the wrong way, they're going to be all over you. It'll just it's impossible. It's
Yeah,
next
I
to
know
impossible. That's why it's always
exactly.
that's why if it ever is legit, it's always an inside job because it has to be.
Yeah, and also the people at the dinner, nobody seemed so upset. And then the woman ahead of time was being interviewed. I forget what is she?
Erica Kirk,
No, not Erica Cook, some other
Oh, there was
woman.
a lady that was saying, "Oh, you're gonna see like
shots
shots
fired.
Oh,
fired."
Yeah.
there's gonna be
Yeah.
shots fired.
I mean, it's like it was like a giveaway.
Interesting choice of words. Yeah.
Words, yeah.
And somebody was, they showed somebody taking pictures, some woman. Some other guy was just sitting at the table like nothing was going. Like, I mean, if this shot's being fired, the president's going to be getting killed. Wouldn't you, be upset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now going all the way back to January 6th of what was it, 2021?
Yeah.
Remember when they were allegedly all the people in Congress were terrified and they were all held up in a room and they were scared for their lives. And then when they come back, they all have this like these written notes and
Yeah.
and that they wrote them while they were all like held up
Very
and
scared.
so like in the time that you were all held up, in fear for your lives, you had time to pull out a pen and paper and write a little note.
Exactly. They were the ones who opened the doors up
Yeah.
for all this to happen.
And
That's what I'm saying.
people still reference that. Oh, those January 6th people. Like, and again, that goes back to the same thing. Like, do you I said to my one coworker a while back, I'm like, what do you think would happen if somebody actually tried to if somebody tried to do what they claim those people did, what do you think would happen right now? Like you're not making it inside the White House or inside wherever. Like
Yeah.
you're
There's
not
no
gonna be able
way
to
you
get in
could just
there.
walk in there.
You're
Then
gonna
then they said he was killed, then he wasn't killed. Then he had no clothes on. They stripped him, and people buy it. I was reading the comments, and I'm like, are these people this that delusional? It really is like I keep saying, a clown world.
they think there must be a group of people out there that think you can just storm the White House and get inside.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, you would wind up dead. You
Yeah,
probably
and
wouldn't
also
even.
someone pointed out that if someone was trying to kill him, he would be dead. They wouldn't miss.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't even it wouldn't even make the news probably because as soon as you started doing anything weird or out of the ordinary, because again, like I said, if they're watching you that closely at a casino, how do you think you're being watched at one of those events? They probably have cameras all over the place
Yeah.
Yeah,
that like they're looking at everybody. That's what they're paid to. That's what they're paid to do.
yeah,
So and no, it doesn't matter. I don't care how quote unquote professional somebody is. You're going to be doing something suspicious if you're planning on doing something like that.
Yeah.
So something's going to wind up looking out of the ordinary, and you're going to get pulled from the crowd, and no one will ever hear about you.
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there's probably been many real attempts, and you probably never hear about it because
Yeah,
people just don't get it that like you can't get that close. It's impossible.
because I thought about that too. I'm like, how is it that he's the president and he's always around people like he's just an ordinary guy and that he's not the president? So close to them, right?
Yeah, but I think events are more screened than we're probably led to
What was the
believe.
purpose of this event? With
I'll I'll give you real quick. I'll give you a specific example. So, like at my job, this is back when I'm not going to mention a name where I work. The last thing I want is like to get reported to where I work or anything. But back when Biden was president, he visited my job, and they made most of the employees stay home.
Mm.
And for security purposes, I'm sure. But now, when you see an event, you don't know that they might have actors, they might not have real people there.
Yeah,
Like when he went to McDonald's, like how do we know they weren't actors, and how do we know that the people driving through the drive-through weren't actors?
yeah,
They're not going to just let anybody. I don't think they're just going to let anyone get close to them without being heavily vetted. There's so much like it's safe to say that like anything you watch in the media is there's a good chance it's fake, especially if it's coming from the government.
yeah.
what was the purpose of that dinner that they were in though? Was there a reason for that dinner or?
I
It was called what? The correspondent
Yeah, I forget
dinner or
exactly.
something? So correspondence is that the news media?
I don't know. I forget now what the whole event was. I didn't
Yeah.
even tune into it.
I didn't even know about it until the next day when I
I
saw it
didn't
on
know
Facebook.
about it until it was on Facebook. I saw
Yeah,
something.
me either.
Yeah.
I want to know more about this whole visit with King Charles.
Oh yeah, I didn't really pay too much
Yeah.
attention to that.
That happened Monday, and I don't know if he's still in the country or not. But what's
Yeah,
going on? What's going on with that?
Yeah.
yeah. And the mayor of New York addressed him. He told the King Charles that they should give back that diamond that they stole from India.
Some people believe that the crown is still in charge.
I wouldn't put it past it because we're from England,
Hmm.
and if you notice, a lot of streets, a lot of things are named from England.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what about New York? New York is an English name, right?
Well, no, well, New York,
York.
it was the Dutch that
A
settled here
Dutch. Okay.
because it used to be called New Amsterdam,
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
not New York.
Yeah.
And then I guess the British came,
Yeah.
right? That invasion, so they say.
Yeah.
Well, basically, when I went to Holland with Chicky, there was this woman, this English lady, and her husband on the cruise, and we made friends with them and some other people. And when she asked, she says, "You guys are from America?" I said, "Yes." She says, "Oh, we practically gave you guys America."
You know, a coworker of mine really opened my eyes to an interesting perspective about the whole revolution, the American Revolution narrative. It really doesn't make any sense because you have the country of England, which is, from what I was told, I learned this recently, is the size of Pennsylvania. So it's not a big country. And why would they agree to a treaty and just the people that they let the English settlers just have this land and like, oh, okay, you guys just have it.
Yeah.
And how would they not? Just a lot of things that don't make any sense. And I feel like well, we've talked about this different times already, how they mock you like it right to your face and they kind of leave it up to you to figure it out for yourself. But like have any of you watched the show Turn, Washington's Spies?
No.
No.
It's a very interesting show. It's on Netflix. Um, it's fictionalized, but it takes place during the Revolutionary War. And while I'm watching it, I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, like there's no way we would have beat England. They would have wiped the floor with us
Mm.
with how like organized their military was, like with the Queen's Rangers, which was basically like their version of the Green Beret or Navy SEALs. Like we would have been in big trouble.
Yeah.
I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
I just think that it was like some kind of fake whatever. Like maybe they still own us, but we're gonna pretend like we don't, sort of
That
thing.
that we because the story is that they broke away from England because they wanted religious freedom.
Yeah.
So they came to America. But
Yeah.
like you said, I think they do still own us. I believe that.
I know I've mentioned it in the past, and this is before I even thought about that, but I mentioned in the past that there's a strange obsession with England that this country has.
Exactly.
Always
Yes.
talking about like the Queen of England and always
My,
talking about Buckingham
Oh,
Palace.
you're talking about like the royal family and everything?
Yeah.
yes. And I've heard that they're shapeshifters.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
They're probably Nephilim
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
because
Yes.
I believe that all world leaders are. I don't think there's anyone.
Well, they're on top as far as the pyramid goes with the right. They're the royal family.
Well, I just think that anybody in power is
Yeah.
not. We're
Yeah.
especially like if we are in fact in Satan's short season. I believe that everyone in power is some sort of fallen angel or Nephilim.
Yeah.
They're basically running the show right now.
Yeah.
And then when you
Oh,
see all the craziness that's going on in the world, it's not really a shock.
yeah. I I know I was at Trader Joe's yesterday, and I thought this was interesting. I went to park, right? And as I was going to get out of the car that was next to me,
Hmm.
I've never seen this before. The steering wheel was on the passenger side, like they have in other countries.
Hmm.
I thought that was interesting. I had to take a double look. I
Yeah.
was like, the wheel is on the passenger side. How is that?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because when we were leaving church this last Sunday, we saw like it almost looked like an Isuzu. Like it was like a vehicle that you don't normally see in the United States. It was like a very compressed looking van, and the steering wheel was on the passenger side.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what that was all about. I mean,
Well, in England, don't isn't there cars like that where the steering wheel is on the passenger side? I
Yeah,
always
that's
thought
what
that
I'm
about
saying.
US cars. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but in
Yeah.
America, we don't have that.
We don't
So,
have the no. It's on the driver's side.
I
Yeah.
didn't think
yeah,
it was even legal to drive a vehicle like that in the United States, unless you were like a postal service worker or something.
yeah. So I don't, when I saw it, I was like, that's very interesting. And now you said you saw it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
So
very weird.
I wonder if that has any meaning.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I hope they don't make us start driving on the other side of the road. People haven't even mastered driving
The
on.
on the right side of the road.
Exactly. I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up.
I
No,
know.
no. There's absolutely no shortage of things to talk about. Like
You could
I,
go on and on with all this stuff.
oh yeah, like when I go through the news feed to try to find stuff, it's not a challenge.
You don't even need to search. It's all right in front of your face, probably.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The craziness just keeps raging
Going and
on.
going.
Yeah. All right, so we could
Mm,
wrap up this meeting. I guess
Okay.
yeah.
we'll wrap it up. We can wrap it up with prayer. I want to start doing prayers
Okay.
before and after.
You reminded me of my sister-in-law. She starts with prayer. She ends with prayer.
Evelyn, you talking about Evelyn?
Yeah. Yeah. When we do the Bible studies
Oh
on
yeah, yeah.
Sunday, you know.
Oh, by the way, how is she doing with
Yeah,
that?
well,
You what's that?
What
I
happened?
just I looked up if you could drive that type of car in the United States.
Oh yeah?
It says that yes, you can legally drive a right-handed car in the United States, as there are no federal laws prohibiting them. They
Wow.
must meet U.S. emissions and safety standards, or be 25 plus years old. It's weird.
All right. That's
This
interesting.
is new to me. I never heard of such a thing.
I didn't think you'd be allowed to, but I
Yeah,
guess if they're here, I guess you can. I
yeah.
feel really awkward. I don't know how the postal workers do it because I would feel really awkward driving on the other side of the vehicle.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Imagine having the steering wheel on the passenger side. That's really weird to drive that.
That I feel like that would just throw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
the
they're used to it.
Yeah.
yeah. All
All
right,
right.
Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for another good meeting of bringing us together with fellowship and sharing information and just lightening up the tension of all the craziness going on in the world. And as a reminder that you are in control of everything and that we are to not walk in fear and anxiety, but to walk by your light.
Amen.
In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you both for joining me for another meeting. I think this is meeting 4, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't here for the first couple of meetings. Yeah.
I enjoy these meetings.
Yeah. It's nice to get together to talk. Other than besides this. So yeah.
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 All right. Well, have a good night.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you. You
Okay.
too.
All right.
Next
Be
time,
safe.
bring snacks next time.
Okay.
See, I would
Too bad
snack.
we can't. Too bad we can't share with each other through the screen.
Yeah. I can share the snack by showing it,
Yeah.
but I would eat a snack, but I just got done with dinner, so I was full.
Yeah, yeah. I just got done with this. I'm only drinking like my drink.
Yeah, I had iced tea at first. Now I'm drinking a
Yeah,
seltzer water.
yeah.
All right.
All right,
All
ladies.
right.
Well, have a good
Have a
night.
wonderful night.
Thank you. You
You
too.
too.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.